Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters. We are happy to see you again, to admit you here, to share the spirit of growth mindset with Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters. We are an English public speaking community. Basically, we practice our public speaking through our international curriculum from Toastmasters International. And beside that, we also offer you the opportunity to learn more, to practice impromptu speech, and also to share the positive vibes with Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters. Typically, our meeting consists of three main agendas: prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation. In prepared speech, the registered member can deliver speech based on our international curriculum. In table topics, any one of you can try to participate in delivering impromptu speech. In evaluation, the prepared speakers from the first session will be evaluated by individual evaluator, and also the meeting in general will be evaluated. And this meeting is conducted by MC in general term, but in this one we call Toastmasters of the meeting. So I would like to welcome our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melissa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans, as our club president. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club. My name is Melissa, and I will be the host, or the MC, as you would like to call it, or the Toastmaster of the meeting. And my role here is hopefully to host this meeting so this meeting can run smoothly. Before I start, I want to ask about anyone's day today. How are you feeling today? You can give your answer in the chat box. Are you feeling good or are you feeling not so good today? Oh, Toastmaster Garda is feeling sleepy. What about others? How are you feeling today? Okay, Toastmaster Garda, hope you don't fall asleep in our meeting. Please stay awake until the end of this meeting. Okay, so Toastmaster Nuril is tired. It is understandable because, well, this is a weekday and also maybe there's traffic and others. And Toastmaster Harlina is relieved. Yes, I'm so glad to hear that as well. Okay, so is there anyone who comes to this meeting for the Toastmasters Club meeting for the first time? If there's so, please give your reaction. Whether it is thumb up or a raise hand or so on. Or is anyone here anyone here is already a Toastmaster member or already a frequent guest? Okay, I think all of us here has already attended Toastmasters meeting before or are already a Toastmasters member. So we are kind of familiar with this kind of atmosphere. But if there is anyone who are the first timer, let me give you a brief summary again. Our club president, Toastmasters Hans, has already give brief explanation about Toastmasters Club. So for those of you who missed the explanation, what is Toastmasters Club? Toastmasters Club is a community consists of networks of clubs. And in this community, we can try to learn our public speaking skills, try to develop it, and also build our confidence. And also we can build our network here. We can network with a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds as well. And about our theme for tonight, in this in this Toastmasters meeting, we usually have three agenda in 3 sessions. The first one is prepared speech session. And in this prepared speech session, it is only for the Toastmasters member. And the prepared speech session is the chance for the Toastmasters member to present their project based on their curriculum in Toastmasters, or as we like to call it, pathways. And they choose their pathways based on the goals that they would like to achieve by joining Toastmasters Club. So if you are new in Toastmasters world or in Toastmasters concept, and you would like to know more about pathways and also the goals and also the educational aspect of Toastmasters, you can stay tuned until the end of this meeting, and all the experts here would be more than glad to explain that to you. And then the second session that we have is table topic session. The table topic session is the session that is free for all the participants here, from all the members, the visiting Toastmasters, and also if you are a guest, and even if this is your first time in Toastmasters meeting, you can try to join this session as well. You can challenge yourself. So table topic session is the session when you can give your impromptu speech. The table topic master will give you mysterious prompt, and you can try to elaborate the prompt in 1 until 2 minutes. It is an exciting session, and I hope that a lot of you, if not all of you, can join in the session. And then the third session is the evaluation session. This is the session that helps us to get the most out of this meeting. From this session, we can try to learn more from the previous prepared speakers that we heard, and also we can try to learn more about what can be improved in this meeting in general. Okay, so that's the agenda for tonight's meeting. And has anyone get the theme for tonight's meeting? Can anyone give anyone see the poster, right? The theme is the movies that change our life. And before I go deeper into the theme, I would like to give some warm-up questions. And I want to ask, what is the most memorable movie from your childhood? Please give your answer in the chat box. What is the most memorable movies from your childhood? You can type your answer. I see Kick Andy. Is that a movie? I don't know. Disney movies, yes. It doesn't have to be. If the most memorable movie from your childhood is a horror movie, I don't mind as well. Oh, Fantasia! It's a great movie from Disney. Oh, V for Vendetta, One Piece. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the response. And then the second question, the second warm-up question is, what is the movie that gave you traumatic experience? That when you watch this movie, like you get haunted by it, you don't want to watch it again, or it gives you like special phobia or something. The movie that gave you a traumatic experience. The Deer Hunter. Oh, Susanna's movie. Okay, that is quite a traumatic movie for all of it, for all of us. For me, it's the Final Destination movie. Does anyone wants to share the movie that gave you traumatic experience? SpongeBob. Why SpongeBob? Okay, but yeah, thank you for the response. And then the next question, the next warm-up question is, what is the most influential movie in your life? Whether the movie inspires you to dream about something, or the movie makes you like feel something in your life or something. The most influential movie in your life so far. Okay, Toastmaster Harlina said Forrest Gump. Okay, Run Forrest Run. And then Chi wrote Frozen. Okay, maybe you cannot let it go. And then Toastmaster Garda said Hidden Figures and also Gifted. if it is most influential, absolutely you cannot let it go, man. Is there anyone who wants to share their most influential movies in their life?
Can I try?
I'm sorry?
Yes, I want to share something regarding
Oh,
the movie
yes.
that influenced me a lot. So one of the movies that inspires me a lot is actually Frozen 2 to be more precise, because it really interacts with a lot of contradicting fact about following your destinies and actually answering your destiny or answering your call, but in some point that your heart said that you should not follow it, but you should not follow it, but you have some kind of internal conflict for not following it, but in the end you follow it and then you're happy with it. So yeah, so basically if you're having a lot of doubts to yourself, just let it go.
Okay, so if you are willing to go into the unknown, you should not let it go, right? Okay, thank you, guest, or probably Toastmaster Chi, for your sharing about your most influential movie. And thank you everyone for your response. And let's move on to our next, our WOD, our word of the day. It is the word that we encourage you to use more tonight, which is spectate. Can anyone give the meaning of the word spectate in the chat box? What do you think spectate means? Yes, to watch. Okay. Okay, so our grammarian, Miss Toastmaster Melanie has already give the meaning of the word of the day, to spectate, and she is right, to watch a public activity or event, and it's usually used for a sports event and without actually taking part in it. So just like watching a movie, we watch it, we immerse ourselves in it, but we don't take our part in it. So thank you, Toastmaster Melanie, for the explanation of our word of the day. So is there anyone who wants to give example about how to use our word of the day? The example of to use the word spectate in a sentence. Okay, so I can see from Toastmaster Gabriel, those of cam only spectate our meeting. Is there any more example from the word spectate? Thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel, for your example. Oh, this is so sad. Toastmaster Hans said, I spectate my girlfriend going out with other men without you actually taking part in it. So I don't know if just kidding there. I heard that there's a little bit of truth in every, like, just kidding. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel and Toastmaster Hans, for your example in how to use our word of the day. So I encourage all of you, for all the speakers, for all the prepared speakers, and also for the table topic challengers to use more of our word of the day today. And the next thing I want to say is in conducting this meeting, to make it beneficial for us, I cannot do it alone. I cannot conduct it alone. I'm accompanied by a group of great people, for the group of role takers that will help us get the most out of this meeting. There will be a general evaluator, a grammarian, an ANWOD counter, timer, and also ballot counter. And to help us to get to know more about the roles available in this meeting, I would call the general evaluator, Toastmaster Garda, to help us know more about each of the role. Toastmaster Garda, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Madam Tom. Have a good evening. my fellow Toastmasters and visiting guests to Jakarta Motivator. I noticed that some of you are newcomer to any of Toastmasters meetings. On behalf of Jakarta Motivator, we cordially welcome you. And today, my duty in today's meeting is becoming the general evaluator. Just like what it sounds, that general evaluator is a person who is responsible to evaluate the whole meeting from the very beginning until the end of this meeting. And at the end of this meeting, I will provide my general evaluation and through feedback regarding to what extent that we can improve ourselves on how to make sure that this meeting is running smoothly and also for our own betterment and improvement. But I would not be alone in doing everything regarding the evaluation. Along my side, I have my super rangers that will help me to provide rooms for improvements for everyone, because here in Toastmasters, all mistakes are welcome, and this is a great platform for us to learn from one another. And to start with, I would like to call upon the screen our grammarian, Toastmaster Melanie, to explain the role of grammarian.
Okay, I forgot how to greet anyway. Happy morning, everyone. I'm Melanie. I'm from SCBD Toastmasters Club, and I'm here to, I will be serving as grammarian for tonight's meeting. So as a grammarian, I think you have already heard it from the other Toastmasters earlier, that it is my responsibility actually to tell you also the word of the day later. And it is also my responsibility to pay close attention to your speeches, listening carefully to how you use the English language, since Jakarta Motivators Toastmasters Club is an English public community, speaking community. And I will also take note of the improper use of the language, as well as the pronunciation of the correct or the mispronunciation of the word, and any outstanding words or quotations that you will be uttering in the meeting. And earlier, I think Toastmaster Melissa already shared with you the word of the day, but maybe some of you are visual. So our word of the day is spectate. So this is how it is pronounced, spectate. So okay, it means that it is a verb. So it means that to watch a public activity or event, or especially a sports event. The noun counterpart of this one is the spectator, but as much as possible, use the verb. So how to use the word? Here's an example. Do not just spectate the night meeting, but participate actively by giving feedback to the speakers. So we're not here to just spectate in the meeting, but we also participate actively or share our insights to all the speakers. And later, at the end of the meeting, I will be giving my grammarian's report. Back to you, Toastmaster Garda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie. So now I would like to use the word of the day. I will spectate the whole meeting, and I will provide the report at the end of this meeting. And now, moving on to the next role taker, that will be timer. I would like to call upon the screen Toastmaster Asa to explain the role as timer.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so yeah. All right. I think okay. So hello everyone. My name is Asa. I will act as a timer for tonight. My role is to signal the time for prepared speakers, table topic speakers, and evaluators. So once you start speaking, I will start counting your time. I will turn my virtual background into specific color as signal for speakers. So I'll send you like okay. Yeah. So green means Okay, so green means is supposed to be like sorry. Okay, green means minimum speaking duration. So red means yeah, this one. Is it visible? I think it's visible, yeah. Red means you have 30 seconds before disqualification, and yellow in between of green and red. So yeah, this is the color code for each category. I will also raise my hand in Zoom, so I will stay on the top left of gallery view. So that's all my explanation. Back to our GE, Mas Garda. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asa, for explaining your role as timer. And lastly, coming to the last two role takers, that will be a counter and also belt counter. To explain the roles of duties, I'd like to call upon the screen Toastmaster Hans to explain the role as RWOD counter and also the belt counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. So basically, my role is to spot your filler words and also word of the day. If you have heard my very first sentence, it may sound a bit annoying because of the filler words, and we should encourage you guys to minimalize the filler words. It may be not perfect, but we try to improve ourselves by trying to remove the long pauses or repeated words, because those are counted as filler words. I will report from each one of the speakers in the prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation session. Besides that, I will also count your word of the day count. So if you mention expected in your speech, I will count it. That is the part of a word counter. And as a ballot counter, I will cast vote for your favorite prepared speaker, favorite table topic speaker, and also favorite evaluator. And to make notes, the only eligible candidates are the speakers who are eligible in terms of time. So make sure you don't exceed your time limit. 7.5 minutes for the prepared speech, 2.5 minutes for the table topics, 3.5 minutes for the evaluation. Thank you, and back to our GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. So that will be all from all of our rangers for today. So make sure that you pay close attention to the timer should you have the opportunity to deliver your speech, be it a prepared speech or the table topics or the evaluation speech later. And also, don't forget to use the word of the day and make sure that our IWOD counter spectates to your performance today. And lastly, I will also spectate the whole meeting so that we'll be able to learn all together. I think that is all from me. I will give the control back to our Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melissa.
Thank you, our GE Toastmaster Garda, for explaining the roles of the role takers of tonight's meeting. So everyone, that's all from the opening for this meeting. Sorry, let's move on for the first session of this meeting, which will be the prepared speech session. And in this session, we will have two speakers from our club, Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Gabriel and Toastmaster Hans. Let me first call Toastmaster Gabriel, and Toastmaster Gabriel will be evaluated by Toastmaster Harlina. DTM Harlina, please introduce Toastmaster Gabriel and her speech to us.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the meeting. So the purpose of Toastmaster Gabriel's speech is to train her vocal variety and body language, because these two we can use it to enhance our speech. Okay, the content of a speech is important, a speech has to be organized, but if the delivery is The EVLI is like the icing on the cake or the chocolate sauce on the ice cream. The title is No System is Safe, 5 to 7 minutes. Please welcome Toastmaster Gabriel.
Okay. Browsing to the internet. Huh? Memory is full. Clean up unused file. Boom. And that's when you get attacked. Greetings, fellow Toastmaster and guests. This story may happen to some of us. It can be a pop-up. Memory is full. Clean up unused file. Or there's a virus. I need to install the virus. So, how many of you do that? But when we click it, it may install some application that can steal our data or even control our computer. Okay, this is one of my favorite movie, Who Am I? It's a hacking movie, but I like what they highlight. The main vulnerability isn't in applications or servers. People, you and I, are the security flaw. Why? People by default trusting and confiding, and there's this technique, social engineering, to hack people. The first lesson is, first, be careful with your personal data, and second, don't open link or download anything from unknown places. This movie starts with something simple. Max walks in and through distress and finding out an empty box of Checo with receipts inside. And then he walks into the Checo cashier. How many Choco Donuts do I supposed to get for this? Is it a new sales pitch? Pay 10 and get 8? Come on, hurry up. I have something to do. And the believable cashier gives him 2 donuts that he was supposed to have paid and haven't received. Simple, right? And then it continues to escalate. That's also another part that I like. This Max walks into distress again and finding out a cat birthday card for Kathy from Anne, Sabine, and the others. And here we think, what's the use of this? But he then sent an email to Kathy. Dear Kathy, I just found a website full of cute, white, little kitten. Ow! Attach link and photos of the kitten from Sabine. And Kat clicked it. She opened the link, he get access, attack. There's also another case. Max plug in a device to create something that seems like a legit access point. In real life, it can be in McDonald's. So we in McDonald's eating something and connecting our laptop with Wi-Fi McDonald's. And when you enter, it directs you at the website that seems like a McDonald's login page. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Click login. And then pop up. You need to install Adobe Flash Player. Okay, seems like normal. We download and install. But it's not an Adobe Flash Player. It's a Trojan that can access your webcam and turn off your light camera. So you don't know that your webcam is open and they can spectate you through your webcam. That's why Mark Zuckerberg closed his webcam when it's not used. No, we are nobody. So nobody do that, right? They may only install Keylogger so they can
expected what we type, for example, our e-banking username and password. Jokes. That's why they use OTP, right? Okay. This case is similar with the pop-up that I start my story with. They can lead you to install application or even log in to some that seems like a legit website and type your personal data to collect. You don't know what your seemingly useless data can be used. It can be, I can make a website link manga blah 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 and say, Nanda, the isekai manga in this website is very cool. Or, Hans, is it true that Boeing is being broken? This news says so. I did it. When I was in college, I made a Google form. Please help me. I need this for my final project. I need to check whether the horoscope is genuine and really connect with your current character. Please fill it. Thank you guys for your help. You're so helpful. But I can use their birthday data to guess the username and default password to access their e-learning. So guys, this is really my course assignment, and I also emailed them what I found and the danger in the behavior. Okay, so all this big website is already so powerful. They pass for many testing, penetration testing, the DOS, they encrypt the data, and etc. But no system is safe because you and I, the user, can be the main vulnerability. And I've talked about be careful with your personal data and don't open link or download from anything unknown resource. But there's still other things and many things that you can watch out and Google how to guard against from the movie. So let's watch the movie Who Am I? And I will share you from this link in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel,
Yeah.
for your speech, and that is a very good and very insightful speech as well. And also congratulations for finishing your projects. And let's move on to our second prepared speakers. And the second prepared speakers will be Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Hans will be evaluated by Toastmaster Prau. Toastmaster Prau, please introduce Toastmaster Hans and also his speech.
Hello, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So today, Toastmaster Hans are going to deliver not a speech, but more like a simulations. So in the simulations is how the interview of like some kind of role play interview, in this case like job interview, will be done. So this is like very interesting because you're not going to see the like a regular speech, but more like interview between two people. Okay, in this case, Toastmaster Hans, and the simulation will be helped by Toastmasters Patricia. Okay, and the purpose of this project to practice the skills needed to present himself well in an interview. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to call Toastmasters Patricia as the interviewer and Toastmaster Hans as the interviewee. The durations of the simulations will be on 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, Toastmaster. Okay, Toastmaster, proud. Okay. We will continue to make a role play for the interviewing a candidate for the position as a program manager for the Digital Career Academy Foundation. Okay. Good afternoon, Toastmaster Hans. Please take a seat. Yeah.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Miss Patricia.
Okay. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Patricia, and Could you tell me your name, please?
My name is Hansel Joseph, and simply just call me Hans.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Currently, I work in an aviation industry in aircraft maintenance company G in the intersection of finance and operation area. Basically, my key skills are project management, quantitative analysis, and also public speaking. Outside of my day job, I passionate to develop skills to the society, especially in terms of public speaking and leadership. So I volunteer in Jakarta Motivator Toastmasters Club. That is my brief introduction.
Okay. And we will continue. But how did you hear about this opportunity?
Sorry, your voice is breaking. I can hear that. How did you hear about this opportunity?
Clearly, my question.
Sorry, currently unclear, but let me just try to explain.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've heard about this vacancy from LinkedIn based on the suggestion because I have put my search suggestion into program manager. By the way, sorry, in case your voice is breaking, could you please write in the chat, just in case? Or, oh, unfortunately, she is disconnected. Sorry, can we
Sorry,
pause?
if I have to interfere this, maybe we can call back Toastmasters Patricia and continue with other sessions of the meeting. And if she already ready with the very good connections, then maybe we can repeat it after the table topic sessions. Is that okay for
I think
Toastmasters
yes.
of the meeting? Yeah. Sorry, I have to ask the Toastmasters of the meeting if that's okay, that we can postpone maybe after the table topic sessions for this Hans project.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Because it is a technical issue, yes, we can change the order of the meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Prao, for this session. And also
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Toastmasters of the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Hans. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans. Sorry, thank you, Toastmaster Prao, and also thank you, Toastmaster Hans, for the understanding. And let's change our agenda for a bit. And now let's move on to our second session for tonight, which will be table topic session. Our table topic session will be led by our table topic master, Toastmaster Nanda. Toastmaster Nanda, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Melissa. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to me in table topic session. And tonight our theme is about movie. Let's talk about movie. And I have 8 slots, so please fill your name. Who will be the first volunteer? Anyone? Other key? Okay, let me see. Okay, Toastmaster Prao, you want to try for the first and give example for others?
Yep, okay.
Yeah, since I don't prepare presentation and be like usual, just pick number 1 till 8.
I'm gonna go with 5.
5. So, Toastmaster Prao, who is your favorite actor or actress? Can you talk about me or with us a little bit about the best movie from her or from him?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity, Toastmasters Nanda. I'm not a big fan of Marvel franchise, but if we want to talk about Marvel franchise, yeah, I almost watch all of those franchise from, as you know, Marvel Cinematic Universe from Phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm not a fan of a mainstream superhero like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, or whatever the Avengers character that you want to mention. But there's one character that I really like, which is Doctor Strange. And the reason why I like Doctor Strange is because the actor is, you can even say his name correctly sometimes, Benedict Cumberbatch. If you can pronounce it correctly, you might be one of his fans, just like me. The reason why I love Benedict Cumberbatch is not on the Doctor Strange acting opportunity of him, but the first time that I saw him or watch him is on the series of Sherlock. If you ever watch it, it's a very short, like in one season there's only like 3 episodes, but I think Benedict Cumberbatch could represent Sherlock Holmes like really good, really well. The mystery, the acting, and how that he solved the crime, and it's just like everything is like in all one characters of him. And I become like fascinated by his acting career even more, because I didn't expect that he will take the superhero characters, and at that time it was like Doctor Strange, in which that I think maybe one of the most powerful Avengers compared to the main characters of the Avengers, Iron Man, Captain America, and everything, because I really like he become the masters of the mystic arts, in which that he become the most powerful wizards in the universe of Marvel. So Doctor Strange is my favorite fictional characters in a superhero movie, but the actor is Benedict Cumberbatch. The reason why I love him is because of his acting as a Sherlock Holmes. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prao. So, Sherlock Holmes is the first movie of Benedict that you watch?
A series, actually. There were like three seasons.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, the movie was the actor is Robert Jr., right?
That's the movie. What I talk about is about the series.
Okay, so thank you. I also can wait for Doctor Strange and the Maid of Multiverse.
Multiverse of Madness, yeah. Summer.
Yes, we watch together with other mods member.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prao.
Cool. Thank you, Nanda.
Okay, so the next candidate is still empty. Let me call Nuril. Nuril, you here?
Oh,
Nuril.
yes, I'm here.
Is it okay to move to number 2?
Yeah, sure, but I'm not number 2, right?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see your name. But is it okay, right? To be faster.
That's okay.
Okay, so Nuril, please pick a number. 1 till 8, except number 5.
So I'll get number 2.
Number 2. Nuril, may I know you are a Toastmaster member, or this is your first time come to MOOCs?
I'm just a guest tonight, and I'm not a part of Toastmaster.
Yes, hopefully soon to be, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So soon to be Toastmaster Nuril, what is the worst movie you have ever seen?
Okay, so I can answer it right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think the worst movie is also Sana's movies. I think the movies are traumatic for me. The first time I watched the movie when I was around maybe 8 or 9 years old. So when I was in elementary school, I accidentally watched the movie, and it was super horror for me because what I saw was just kuntilanak, kuntilanak or sundal bolong. So it's really traumatic for me. So after watching that, I would ask my brother all the time to accompany me even to the bathroom. So I asked my brother just, bro, can you just follow me to the in front of the bathroom because I'm super scared with Susana. I can get out of her figure as kuntilanak and sundal bolong from my mind. And since then, I will never watch Susana's movie, even I'm already grown up right now, like now. So I won't watch that. But I have to admit, Susana is the most beautiful actress in Indonesia. I think that's all. Do I have to speak more?
Okay, thank you, Suntubi Toastmaster Nuril. Yes, I'm also cannot watch horror. And if you say that you were afraid when you were very younger, no, I'm not until now. Thank you for sharing. I think we have a similar
Okay, you can
interest.
relate that. Thanks for that. And thanks for the time.
Yes, yes, sure. We talk about later, right?
All right.
Okay. So the next speaker is Ki. Ki.
Yes.
Okay, Ki. Just pick a number.
Because today is the 30th of March, I'm gonna choose number 4.
Number 4.
From your reaction, it's not a good number.
Soon to be Toastmaster Ki, do you think age restricts? Sorry. Do you think age restriction for films are effective? 30 seconds to think, and the screen is yours.
Okay, it's good now. I hope my parents didn't watch this video, but it's already on YouTube anyway. So, age restriction, something that we always rebel about. You cannot lie to me that you haven't watched any 18 plus movie when you're 15, 16 and everything. I can guarantee to you, even right now at this very moment, you're gonna see people who are 12 years old watching a 20-year-old movie or 20-year plus movie. Age restriction to me is kind of pointless because here's the thing. We all grown-ups here. Let's say, for example, you watch a movie that has a lot of sex scene. Yes, a lot of sex scene. And because you're restricting your child to watch that movie, your child wanted to watch it even more because you're restricting them from watching those kind of movies. And they become rebellious. They search on those sketchy websites and download from those sketchy websites. And then suddenly, open the door. I know you're watching that movie. What am I gonna do? Then you're gonna get caught and sadra, you know the story. But really, why do we really need age restriction? Why? There's a big question, right? Why? The truth is, you can watch any movie with any age restriction. The first thing that you need to do to prepare yourself to watch those kind of movies is to be prepared for the unknown. Yes, prepare for the unknown because you're going to watch a lot of things that you don't understand, right? Honestly, guys, I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. But again, hopefully This shows to show you that you need to prepare in any kind of situation. And this is a bad example right now. So thank you so much for listening and have a nice day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Xiaoqi. So if you agree, all age can watch any movie.
Yes. You want to debate
Why?
me about
I
it?
mean, oh, to be honest, I just want to share a bit. Even I don't agree if Turning Red, you know Turning Red from Disney, it
Yes.
was for popular. Yeah, even I don't agree if it was for kids without accompanying by parents or adults. Yes, let's talk about this later. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so next, let's move to the next participant. Toastmaster Ferdi, you here?
Yes. Hi, Nanda.
Hi, how are you?
Been good.
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 Yeah, so please pick a number.
Which one is available?
1 till 8, except number 4, 5, 2, and 4.
Okay, I choose lucky number 7.
Number 7?
Yes.
Okay, so number 7 is, wait. This is a quote from Mulan movie. I'll copy it. You watch it?
Still not shown in the screen.
No, I mean, you watch Mulan from Disney?
Oh, I've watched Mulan.
Yes, this is a quote from Mulan. Alive for alive, my debt is repaid.
Alive for alive. Debt is repaid. I don't get it.
I think this is from the end of the movie, right? When Mulan come back to his father and then her father, and then she say to her father that my debt is repaid because she come back.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for the opportunity. So I watched Mulan both from animated features or the action movie version, and both are amazing. But I remember, if my memory serves me right, when I was around 17 years old in high school, I watched Mulan and I spectated and I felt so amazed with the story, because Mulan is a female which is really has a passion to be a warrior. At that time, we can say that it's not common or forbidden to female to get into a fight, but it is what Mulan wants, and he cannot bring honor to her families with marriage or having kids or cooking. And I love the movie because he showed that he can contribute to family or to her country with the things that she loves, and it is to fight for honor, to fight for the things that she truly believed. And when she came back to his father, she came back with proud, because she said that life or for life, my debt is repaid, which means she cannot be what her father wants, but she tried her best and she proved it until he can be the one that very famous in his country, and he can conquer the bad evil in his country. So that's all I can say. Thank you. Back to you, Nanda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ferdi. Yes, I totally agree with you. Actually, Mulan is my most favorite Disney princess because yeah, even in Disney we have Mushu, but Mushu is not like a mother fairy who give what Mulan's wants. And I also recommend for watching the original story from China. It was good also and more realistic.
Yeah, I agree with you. The animated version is, I think, better than the action version.
Yeah. No, I mean it was made from China. The actors is Vicky Chow from Mulan.
Oh,
yeah, you have to.
It's not the Hollywood version that you mean?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that.
Yes, feel free to watch after this. Thank you, Toastmaster Ferdi.
Thank you, Nanda.
Okay, so next we have Gabriel. Toastmaster Gabriel.
Hello.
Hi. Which number you want?
8.
We have number 1 till 8, except 5, 2, 4, and 7.
8.
8?
Yeah, 8.
Let me see. This is from a quote again from Harry Potter. You watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So this is quote from Hagrid. I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed.
I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed.
You have 30 seconds to think, and the screen is yours.
Okay, I'll start. This quote, I am what I am, and I'm not ashamed. It really reminds us about to accept ourselves. And maybe the Hagrid said because he's a big person with big body and he has so big breath, and maybe he's not as handsome as Harry, I know. However, he said that he is what he is and he's not ashamed. It really reminds me to try to accept myself. Like maybe I'm not satisfied with how my hair look like. I want it to be more curly or anything, or I'm not really satisfied with how short I am, like 150. And I wish I was taller, but I try to accept and impress myself, and it's kind of hard with these beauty standards around you. Like they said that all beauty color is good. However, there are so many creams or skincare to make your skin look lighter. So is it true that all skin color is beautiful? Yeah, but it really makes us a journey to try to accept myself. And me personally, yeah, I try to accept my skin color is not as white as that people, but it's okay. This is who I am. And maybe I can change it with or upgrade how I look with the makeup, or at least I'm clean enough and these things like that. However, although I'm not, there's also another case like, oh, my skin is not so smooth like this Korean filter, but I realized that this is a normal skin. There's some pimples and there are some dark spots, and it's okay because I am what I am and I'm not ashamed. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gabriel, for sharing your thoughts. Yes, I think it's very important to make a different definition about handsome, beautiful, and good looking. Good looking, it means you need to effort to be a good, but for handsome, yes, just accept yourself. You are beautiful the way you are. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so number 6 still empty. Let me pick one of you. How about Mega? Mega, you here?
Yes,
Hi, Mega.
I'm here. Hello.
Hi, I'm happy to have you here tonight. So, do you want to participate in table topic?
May I?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So, pick a number 1, 3, and 6.
I want number 1.
Number 1. Wow, very passionate. So Mega, soon to be Toastmaster Mega, what is your favorite movie all the time and why you like it?
Okay. Thank you, TM Nanda. My favorite movie is IC. What is it? I forget. I see it is a kind of Korean drama. Maybe some of you know about that movie. It is about entrepreneur, and the actor, have some kind of restaurant, and it is uh, so it is start from zero to build that cafe, and he do the marketing, the really good marketing, and he become the and finally he become what is that he become success of entrepreneur because of his effort to build the cafe. Okay, maybe that's all. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. If I'm not mistaken, the title is I Can See Your Voice, no?
No, I see. Itaewon Class. Sorry, Itaewon Class.
Oh,
There is
Itaewon Class. Yes. It comes from webtoon, but I don't watch it. Yes, Park Seori is very popular.
Yes,
Like,
that is very popular, and come together with startup at that time.
So yeah. So thank you for sharing. I hope you enjoy this table topic session. And let's move to the next speakers. Yes, enjoy your meeting. Halo, soon to be Toastmaster Yela.
Yes.
Yes. Happy to see you here tonight.
Why my camera cannot be on? I use my cell phone today. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I wish we can see you tonight, but that's okay. Your voice is still good. So Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Yela, which number you want? Numbers 3 and 6?
3.
3?
3. My voice is clear, right?
Yes, your voice is clear.
I don't know why I can't
unfortunately,
my
yes.
camera on.
Yeah, so sad, but that's very okay. Soon to be Toastmaster Yela, the question is, do you try to watch film that win awards? Are awards good indicators of film quality? I'll put on the chat box.
I'll put on the chat box.
I mean, like the question, if you are not get it, I text it on the chat box. You have 30 seconds to think, and the screen
I don't know, my phone got delay. I can't open the chat. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, I will repeat it, all right? Do you try to watch a film that win awards? Are awards good indicator of film quality? Do you get it?
Okay, I get it.
Okay, the screen is yours.
Actually, maybe I can say that I never see movie that get award because as I know, movie that get award is most of them are a heavy movie. Maybe like a movie that make the audience thinking more heavier than another movie. And actually I like kind of like movie, just like a comedy or drama, just a simple movie that can what is it, yeah, just can make me happy, laugh or just scream, like a scary movie or ghost movie. I think I like more more kind movie like that besides the movie that get Oscar. And about the indicator, actually I don't really know about the indicator why the movie get nominated. Of course, the people who is in the movies, I mean in the world of movie making, know more about the about the indicator. Yes, I think like that. I think that's all. Sorry, I cannot on my camera.
It's okay, Suntubi Toastmaster Yela. Thank you for sharing. So what is your favorite movie?
Actually, I don't really have the most favorite, but actually I like scary movie or comedy and go. What is it? Like
one title?
Kind of Scream, and then Final Destination.
Wow, it's a bit
movie that
heavy.
can make you stay on the cinema.
Yes, I watched it also, Final Destination. Thank you, Suntubi Toastmaster Yela, for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, so the last candidates, the last speakers will be Suntubi Toastmaster Putra. Suntubi Toastmaster Putra, you here? You are still muted.
Yeah, evening everybody. Sorry, I didn't check it was muted.
Yes, that's okay. So Suntubi Toastmaster Putra, you only have number 6. And
Are you going to the theater streaming?
Nanda, you're muted.
sorry. Thank you. What happened to us? Okay, so again, Suntubi Toastmaster Putra, what's the better for you? Going to the theaters or streaming a movie at home? You have 30 seconds to think and the screen is yours.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for giving me a chance to say something tonight. For the question that regarding the what's better for you, going to be theaters or streaming a movie at home, I cannot choose because the question is just too varieties to answer it. Why I said that is because there are many reasons behind it. First of all is during this period of time is where there's COVID-19, and if I like to go to theater. I mean, like, I think most people like to go theater, but to the cinema, we call it cinema most of the time. So yeah, I just say it's cinema. But then again, during this COVID, it makes us worried to go there. But we like to come back again to see to the cinema, go with friends and people that we know, because we can just talk anything else other than just the movie or catching up to do. And then another reason, so I mean, it's hard for me to choose. So I'll just state the reason behind it first, then later maybe in the end, I'll just pick the answer. And then the second reason is because the companion, meaning like who's going with you. I mean, not necessarily we need to go with friends or we need to go with family, but we can go with everybody. I mean, sometimes we feel like, oh, we are lazy to move. So we like to just watch streaming, especially nowadays. There are like Netflix, there are Mola TV, there are HBO and everything. There are a lot of options. So I don't think it's a big matter anymore. Although those streaming usually are not clear or not new, not the latest release yet, but it's okay because it's still good enough. And then the last thing is because we can think about of money wise, because these days many people might lose a job. So I think sometimes we can choose depending on our own wallet as well. Because being a spectator in the movie doesn't mean it will be different when you watch at home or in the streaming or even in front of computer. So I'll choose go to depending on everybody individually. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Putra. So I just have a question for you. Do you watch a movie with your family?
When I was young.
Right now it's not anymore.
I'm getting younger, I think. Just kidding.
No, but it's understandable. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, when I was younger. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's all from all speakers. Please give them applause or a sign from the applause or whatever. Congrats for all speakers. You are very brave to take an impromptu speech. Let me ask the timer first. Timer, are our speakers tonight are eligible to be voted? Toastmaster Asa?
Let's see, this is the time report. I'm gonna see, so we start from PM Toastmaster Pro. So it's 2.21, it's not eligible. For Toastmaster Nuril, 2.16 is not eligible. And for Toastmaster Key, 2.19 minutes is not eligible. So Miss Ferris, sorry, Miss or Mr. Ferdi, I'm sorry. Mas Ferdi, yeah.
I'm sorry, Toastmaster Asa, sorry for interrupting. I think the time limit is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After 2 minutes, we give 30 seconds of limit. So for those of them who are still under 2 minutes and 30 seconds, they are eligible to be voted.
And
oh yeah.
I also want
bad. My bad.
Yeah,
I thought if it's already red color, red signal, I thought it's not eligible anymore. So my bad. Sorry.
It's okay.
So until yeah. So Toastmaster Pro, Toastmaster Nuril, Toastmaster Ki, Toastmaster Ferdi, and Toastmaster Gap, Toastmaster Mega, Toastmaster Yela, and yeah, it's eligible. Unfortunately, for Toastmaster PP is not eligible because more than 2.30. Yeah, that's all for my report. Thank you.
Okay, so let me clear. Yes, you have 30 seconds to think, and then the first word that you mentioned, this is the time will start to count. So that's okay. You still have a chance next week. Okay, don't give up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of you.
Thank you for your hard work, everybody.
Yes, and also thank you for sharing your insight as well. So that's all from me. We wait for Toastmaster Hans share the ballot, and I'll give the control back to Toastmaster Melissa. Toastmaster Melissa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amanda, as our amazing table topic master for tonight. Thank you for the question, and also thank you for the participants who joined the table topic challenge for tonight's meeting. So everyone, Toastmaster Hans, as our ballot counter, has already shared the voting link on the chat box. Please click on the link and vote for your favorite table topic speakers. We will have 1 minute of silence for you to vote for your favorite table topic speakers, and the winner will be announced at the end of the meeting.
Sebelum turun, periksa dan teliti kembali jika selama barang bawaan Anda memastikan tidak ada yang tertinggal atau terduga di dalam rangkaian kereta. Stasiun
Okay, the voting time is finished. Thank you for everyone who has voted for your favorite table topic speakers. Now let's move on to our next session, which will be the second prepared speakers for tonight. Toastmaster Patricia as Toastmaster Hans interviewee. Are you in a good position to interview Toastmaster Hans on his speech? Okay, Toastmaster Patricia, are you there? We heard that maybe she's just aligning from her train. Maybe she needs time to prepare.
Hello.
Hello, Toastmaster Patricia. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so the connection is all right, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I will continue about that one.
Okay. Maybe
because
we can
the
start.
trouble with the
Okay.
connection.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Patricia. Maybe we can start the speech from the beginning. Is that all right, Toastmaster Pro?
Yeah, I think Toastmaster Patricia can start, but if we're having like another technical connections, then maybe we need to like postpone to another meeting for the speech. Okay, so let's try to start first. So I'll give the I'll give the chance to Patricia and also Hans.
Okay. Okay, let's continue about the role play for the interviewing a candidate for this position as a program manager for Digital Career Academy Foundation. Okay, Hans, can we start again?
Yes, sure. Thank you for the opportunity, Ms. Patricia.
Okay. Good afternoon, Hans. Please take a seat and thank you for coming to our company. And let me introduce myself first. Okay, my name is Patricia, and we will start the interview. Now we are looking, our company is looking for a program manager for this Digital Career Academy Foundation. And could you tell me your name and a little bit introduction about yourself?
Okay, my name is Hansel Joseph. They call me Hans. Currently, I'm working in aircraft maintenance company G, and I'm working in the intersection of finance and operations area. My key skills are public speaking, project management, and also quantitative analysis. Besides of my day job, I'm also passionate in developing skills of others through a community. So I volunteer myself in an English public speaking community. That is my introduction.
Okay. And how did you hear about this opportunity?
I have heard this opportunity from LinkedIn. Basically, it is my job search preference to search for project or program manager. And I see that this job is a good fit for me because I can apply my expertise in project management and also my passion in developing skills of others simultaneously in one role.
And okay. And why do you want this job very much?
I want this job because of some reasons. The first one, because it fits with both of my expertise and my passion. My expertise in managing project, leading the team, and also my passion in sharing positive impacts to develop skills of others, although in different contexts. In my passion currently, I volunteer in an English public speaking club, but if I join your side, I will deliver impact in developing skills of digital and technological skills. That is the number one, intersection of passion and expertise. The second one is because I'm looking for career advancement with more generalist role. Because currently my sector is aviation, it is a highly specialized role, but with various skills that I have, I think I can pivot into a more generalist role as a program manager in a more fast-paced environment. The third one is career advancement and paycheck advancement. Because in terms of advancement, my current sector is typically matured. The pace for promotion is not as much as in the startup. And with my current pace that I have in my work, I can still catch up. And also, I can catch up with the faster paycheck advancement. So to wrap up, intersection of expertise and passion, more generalist role, career advancement.
Okay. And tell me about your greatest professional strength or achievement.
I feel my greatest achievement is when I could successfully manage 20 projects in span of 2 years between early of 2019 until early of 2021. The projects are typical heavy maintenance project with.
And now, why are you leaving your current company?
First of all, I want to clarify that it is not because of the pandemic hits aviation the most, because I don't want to leave some position just because of short-term pain, but I see the long-term overview of career advancement, since I prefer to be more into generalist and to apply my skill of project management in a more general sector. Besides that, as I've mentioned earlier, the three pull things from your side that I see as interesting.
Okay. And then, what do you consider to be your greatest weakness?
I tend to overly focus on detail at certain occurrences, and it can slow down my pace in working. To overcome, I usually need to ask for specific boundary, like the time limit to accomplish this task or to deploy this task to others. So if I have the time constraint, I can minimize the risk of overly detailing things. I mean.
Who accepted as a program manager, what is your management style will be?
I have tried this test and my top traits are dominant and compliance. I tend to be direct and straightforward when giving instructions or advices, but at some point I can be also highly detailed in giving it. So I juggle between those two. Usually depends on the scope or the depth of the task.
Okay. And if this is another one question, and how do you deal with the stressful situation?
During stressful condition, I can do various things. Depends on the physical situation. Where am I? Generally, I take a rest for a while. If in my workplace, I can learn to music or just walk around. But if I have access to my musical instrument, for example, in my home, I play it. And if I have the chance, I can also sleep if I am also physically tired. But it depends on the time. If I can do the power nap, I will do the power nap.
Okay. Let me continue again. And what can you tell me about your competitor?
Competitor for is it competitor in terms of other applicants or
No, about the competitor in the company.
competitor of company?
Yes.
So comparing your companies with other competitors.
Yes.
I see that other competitors are mostly originated from edutech, education technology, but you originated from ride-hailing startup and expanded into many sectors to be super app, and also now you have made this program as CSR. So I see that the competitor is more commercial minded, so they focus more on the profitable outcome in terms of creating digital academy or bootcamp program. But I see that your company is more passionate in this because you have partnered with the government to create this academy. And I see that although it is originated from CSR, you have designed it very well with the high quality, as same as those who are commercial minded, but you do it for more of the charity part. That is the part that I like because I'm also passionate in delivering impact, especially in terms of shaping skills of the youth generation. Although in this case, in terms of digital skills.
Okay. And what can you do for us that someone else cannot?
I can adapt faster, acquire skill faster because I am proven as a fast learner. I've tried various roles in my company, adapted into various roles to cover the other areas, and also not only in my job, but also in other part of my life. I've adapted to try various softwares, various new skills, adapted in various environment of teamwork. So my unique selling point is I am highly adaptable compared to others.
Okay. And the last question I want to ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
In 5 years from now,
Yeah.
I think I will be already in your company in a much higher position, perhaps like VP of Business Operations or some kind of that, overseeing this program too from the higher scope. And I see that this program has already scaled up to reach more than 5 million of students in Indonesia. So I see that the scalable impact within 5 years in this company, and I will be glad if I take part in this program.
Okay. I think that's all the question from myself.
Thank you very much, Ms.
Mr. Han.
Patricia.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time. And thank you for coming. And I will contact you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you Toastmaster Hans and also Toastmaster Patricia for your speech, for the interview session. I believe that we can learn a lot of things from your interview session. Before we start with the next session, I would like to ask for the timer report for our prepared speakers, for Toastmaster Gabriel and also for Toastmaster Hans. Toastmaster Asa, sorry, you're still muted.
Okay, so this is the time report for the first session. Time report for prepared session for the first speaker, Toastmaster Gabriela. It was for 6.50 means, so it means eligible. And for in the interview for Toastmaster Hansel and Toastmaster Patricia, it was a long interview, yeah. Complex. I mean, how do I say it, like specific interview, like complex interview, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
It was the complex interview. So for the time, the amount of time, it was 13 minutes, so it's not eligible. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you Toastmaster Asa for your timer report. So unfortunately, Toastmaster Hans is not eligible to be voted, and we automatically have the winner for tonight's prepared speakers, which will be Toastmaster Gabriel. Congratulations, Toastmaster Gabriel. Okay, so before we start with the third session, the evaluation session, let's take a picture together. I will take the screenshot, and everyone, please open your camera and show us your best smile. We want to see your beautiful and handsome faces. And you can drop your Instagram name on the chat box, or you can also privately DM me or Toastmaster Nanda or Toastmaster Hans if you want to be tagged on our Instagram story. The story will be released after this meeting. Wow, Toastmaster Shauki, we have Sabers in there, one body and three heads. Okay, everyone please open your camera, Toastmaster Yela, Toastmaster Ferdi, Toastmaster Nuril, Toastmaster Patricia, and Toastmaster Dika. If you can, please open your camera. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Nuril. Okay, maybe the others are outside or cannot reach for their camera right now, and it's okay. And I will take the picture. Please give your best smile in 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay, one more. Please wait a minute. Okay, let's take one more picture. Please give your best pose in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we have our picture for tonight. You are all looking very beautiful and handsome and cute. Thank you, everyone. And let's move on to the final session for tonight's meeting, which will be the evaluation session. This session will be led by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Garda. Toastmaster Garda, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melissa. And to kick off our evaluation session, I would like to start with the individual evaluator. We have 2 individual evaluators here. Firstly, I would like to call upon the screen DTM Harlina to evaluate the performance of Toastmaster Gabriel regarding her speech earlier. DTM Harlina, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, evaluator Toastmaster Garda. Well, Toastmaster Gabriel, thank you very much. I always tell people, when you give a speech about body language and vocal variety, don't talk about computers. You will not get a good topic. Well, apparently you proved me wrong tonight, especially because you mentioned also how was your reactions to the problems that you encountered with this digital thing that actually allowed you to demonstrate your vocal variety and your body language. I really like the way how you used your pauses. Actually, it was almost a masterclass in using pauses, because, for example, when you said about steal data, or that the virus can steal data or control your data, after that you paused, and that really made me think very deeply about, like, I better listen to your speech so that I know how my data will not be stolen and how my computer will not be controlled by some virus. What I also like is that you repeated the message of your speech for the body of the speech and also in the conclusion. So it was, for me, it was easy to remember what this speech was all about. It was about the fact that personal data and links from unreliable sources can get you in trouble, and and can mess up your data. And unfortunately, that we are the human weak link in all this. So this is actually what I got from your message, and it is because you did this repetition. So that is what I like. And because you already did it for the message of the speech, I would actually advise you to also do the same when you're talking about the cases. So you can say, oh yes, I have seen this beautiful movie, and I would like to mention 2 cases with regards to this data theft. First case is the case of the donut thing, and then you talk about the donut thing. And the second case is about the cat thing, about the link. But then, of course, there is also the real life cases, and there is 2 cases again that I would like to explain. One about MACD and what about my own experience. So what happened in MACD? Well, if you're in MACD and so forth, as sport, and if you are in and then you can talk about the college experience. So you prepare the audience for the cases, so that we say, oh yeah, now she's talking about the MACD case and so on. And that, because especially the cat, the MACD, and your own experiences were very relevant to me. I could really relate to that. The donut one, I didn't quite get it. And unfortunately, you're talking to a techno dinosaur. So maybe you could explain a couple of things, like a Trojan horse. What's a Trojan? What's a Trojan? Exactly. I know Trojan horse, but when you said about the Boeing, I didn't get it. I was like, Boeing what? Oh yeah, you should say Boeing Company or Boeing Aerospace Company. I was like, oh yeah. But what I really like is actually the twist. In the end, when you ask us to click on the link, I was like, uh-oh, should I really do that or not? Oh, I love that one. That you really stressed your message with that one, with the twist. So that was really a great punchline. So thank you very much. I got the message, and looking forward to your next speech. Back to the general evaluator, Toastmaster Garda.
Awesome evaluation, DTM Harlina, and thank you so much. I hope that everyone can also learn from DTM Harlina's evaluation toward the speaker, because that's also a good thing of spending your time here in Toastmasters. And secondly, we have the second evaluator, that is Toastmaster Pao, who is going to deliver his evaluation regarding Toastmaster Han's performance earlier. Toastmaster Pao, the screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator Garda. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Toastmasters, we just spectate the Hans simulations of the job interview, and I would like to give some of the feedbacks and comments about how the interview is going. Of course, we realize that we might expect something that we don't want to, and probably in the real interview, we also don't want to experience that, in which the technical issues are happen. And considering that this is, even though that's simulations, but I actually expecting the well-coordinated simulations between the interviewee and the interviewer. So for any Toastmasters that in the future might want to try this project, make sure that both of the interviewer and the interviewee should be in the very good conditions, very good space, maybe with less noise, and also of course with the very good internet connections. Unless that the simulation we're doing it, will be done on the offline mode. And the comments about the interviewee himself, which is Toastmaster Hans. The first one, he excelled at give a straightforward answers, as he already know that this type of questions are going to be asked and already prepared with some of the answers when these questions are being asked. And then he gave a detailed about the previous experience. It's a very detailed, it means that he really know what he did in his previous job, in which that he really works, okay, probably as a good employee. And because this is like an interview, I want to the speakers or Toastmaster Hans to work on bring an informal and maybe easygoing environment, because I think on the whole tempo of the job interview is like really formal. Considering that in this case, Toastmaster Hans are applying in the startup educations, and I think the startup environment are more like maybe less informal, and maybe like more like chill situations. And I want him actually to strengthen the reason why he wanted to switch the career from aviation industry to the education startup, because this is such a big leap for him. And I want you to bring more smiles. It seems like you look tense, and because it's important to have smiles to melt the ice that surrounds the environment. Imagining that you are in the same room with the interviewer, then I think the smile will bring like more chill environment. And to challenge himself, I want him to be like more excited about these positions that he applied, because in the interview, of course, you need to control your power, but as an candidate, you need to show that I am very excited to fill these positions with my passions and also with my knowledge and my previous experience. And also, when the interviewer are asking back like several questions, he needs to avoid the confusion expressions and replace it with more confident answers. So instead of like asking back and confirming again the questions, it is actually allowed, but it is better to do it without confusion expressions. So I guess that's all my feedback for this simulations, and thank you. Back to the GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prof, for your thorough feedback to the speaker. I hope that everyone can also learn how to manage this interview session in the near future. Now, before we proceed to the Rangers, I would like to call upon the timer whether the individual evaluators are eligible to be voted.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Gada. So now I'm gonna send you the time report of this session. So for the first speaker, Toastmaster Harlina, it was 3.40 means, so it's not eligible. And for Toastmaster Prawira, it was 4.15 minutes, so it's not eligible as well. So that's all my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asa. Unfortunately, both of our individual evaluators are not eligible to be voted. Just a few seconds gap here, but it's okay. Here in Toastmasters, we all are learning from our previous mistakes. Well, it's not actually a mistakes, but humans do common errors sometimes. And now moving on to the evaluation from my team, I would like firstly, I would like to call upon the screen our grammarian, Toastmaster Melanie. You may provide and present your report.
Toastmaster Garda. So good evening, everyone. So here is the grammarian's report for tonight. So as everybody knows, we will be starting with pronunciation. So I would like you to unmute your microphone and pronounce the first word, this one. So can you please pronounce this word?
Agenda.
Agenda.
Okay, correct. So that's agenda, not agenda. I think I heard the words of the sound G. Yeah, so it's agenda. How about the second one? Meaning the meaning of this one is using the eyes, seeing something.
So.
Okay. So there's two that's sa or saw. So you don't say because I heard earlier or there's a confusion with this word so. Okay, so it's two different words. So this is saw. Then the other this one.
Because.
Okay, so because there's an AU sound, usually I think Asians are used to live with AW sound like because and because like that. So it should be because. Then this one, this word.
Expertise.
Expertise.
Correct. So the last syllable is tease. So yeah, expertise, not expertise. Okay. So let's try to use or pronounce this so that we can remember this in the future. Then we also have some sentence construction. I did not write everything, but I only chose two because we usually use this in Toastmasters. So for example, Toastmaster X will be evaluated by Toastmaster Y. So if you have a be verb, so will be as the past participle form of the verb. So evaluate, the past participle of that is evaluated. So it should be Toastmaster X will be evaluated by Toastmaster Y. Then there's another one without I think about this one is going to the movie house something. So without accompanied by parents or with it should be without the company of the parents or without being accompanied by their parents. So just friendly reminders when we speak English, we have to calm down. So something that I cannot really do because I speak really fast. But speaking fast may give us like some tensions or pressure on what's the next word that we will be uttering. So second, think in English, speak in English. So as much as possible, try to avoid translating from, let's say, Bahasa, if that's your mother tongue, to English because it really takes time. And sometimes it's not direct translation. As I think, Bahasa Indonesia has different way of translating or constructing the sentences. Third, embrace short and medium length pauses. It's okay to pause, but make sure it's not really long or else the WOD counter will count the long pause. The fourth one, singular subject is followed by singular verb. Past tense of the verb must be used when telling events happened in the past. This the fourth and the fifth reminder is actually, I heard this in the, that's why I put number 6, enunciate the words clearly, because I heard some of the speakers who pronounce the S word, the S sound for that word, even though it's not needed. For example, some friendly reminder. So they don't put, let's say like that. Some friendly reminder. They did not put the S, but they know that it should be plural. So some friendly reminders. Tabletop pics. So do not forget, try to enunciate the words clearly. So here are the outstanding quotations from the evening. So I heard this from Toastmaster Harlina. The delivery is the icing on the cake. While she was introducing Toastmaster Gab, then prepare for the unknown from Toastmaster Shauki. And and the funny convo. It's really fun. So do you watch movies with your family? And when I was young, so not now anymore. No, because I am getting younger. That's funny for me. So I think that's it. Back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Garda.
Thank you for your superb evaluation and feedback, Toastmaster Melanie. And now, due to the constraint, I would like to proceed with the next ranger. That would be the RNWOD counter from our beloved president, Toastmaster Hans. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garda. I will deliver my report regarding MWOD. So we can see it here. Basically, guys, we embrace the progress. Some of you guys make mistakes, especially in terms of, I've heard some of you also said but to mention one. I mean, as a part of a noun. So I did not count that one because that is really a word. But overall, you did a great job, especially just a bit of us who did the long pauses, including me. I did 3 long pauses, which is a bit bad, but I can improve later on. And also regarding word of the day, unfortunately, I've heard only from Toastmaster Gabriel, Ferdi, and also Toastmaster Prau. Some of you guys have mentioned watch, although it can be replaced by spectate. So in that case, I can count. That is my report. Back to our G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hans, for the report. And now it's time for me to present a general evaluation regarding what has happened throughout this meeting. And firstly, to begin with, I would really appreciate Jakarta Motivator for conducting such a very smooth meeting. Thank you so much for hosting the visiting members and also the guests here. And at the beginning, prior to the meeting, the president, Toastmaster Hans, greeted the guests and visiting members. That was really genuine welcome from Jakarta Motivator as the host. And also the Toastmaster meeting, as well as the team from Jakarta Motivator were interactive with the audience. Like, for example, the Toastmaster meeting, Toastmaster Melissa threw some questions with to the audience so that all of us here could engage in the conversation with one another. In addition to that, the Toastmaster meeting and also the president also gave the brief information regarding Toastmasters so that the guests here, particularly the first timer and newcomer, could also understand what Toastmasters International is, as well as how the meeting is conducted. So it is a great explanation to the remaining audience. Something that can be improved is that I noticed the meeting started a bit late. I noticed just a few minutes difference. And it would be also better for the host or the Jakarta Motivator to share the agenda in the chat box regularly, so that all of us here as the audience could also follow easily the lineups of the agenda and the meeting itself. And something that I would like to give my humble suggestion is that for everyone, not only the Jakarta Motivator, you may need to be careful with the use of unfamiliar terms, particularly for those who are not getting used to the terms that we commonly use here in Toastmasters. Like, for example, at the beginning, the Toastmaster of the meeting mentioned the term excos. us as the member of Toastmaster understand what Exco's means. But for those, for the remaining guests, particularly the newcomers, they would be confused with what does Exco's mean. Should I get to know it right instantly? Otherwise, would be getting stuck with following the meeting. I mean, something like that to avoid any confusion from the audience. Now, moving on to the Rangers. From the timer, thank you so much, Toastmaster Asa, for becoming a timer. You perform and you portrayed the use of your background effectively, and also you put the timing report at the chat box so that everyone can get to know their performance regarding their time limit. Something to improve in the future for all members taking the role as timer, you may need to consider to summarize the text information that you spread in the chat box to make time more efficient rather than reading the report one by one. So like, for example, the timer already put the report in the chat box and you may sum up the information that you have just put in the chat box. Like, for example, from all speakers, only 2 speakers are eligible to be voted. Toastmaster A, Toastmaster B, something like that. So just to make time more efficient. All in all, that was great. Thank you, Toastmaster Asa. Next from the Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Nanda, who is not already left the meeting. That was really a great effort because I reckoned that the initial Table Topics Master was not supposed to be Toastmaster Nanda, if I'm not mistaken, but she did a great job there in ensuring that she handled the session really well with the impromptu stuff, and also she responded to the speakers effectively and gracefully. But if I may suggest for the next person taking the role as the Table Topics Master, you may need to consider to rephrase the statement, show the speaker doesn't really understand the meaning of the topic itself. So to avoid any confusion from the speaker on how to give response to the topic itself. Also, I think it would be better. And also, I would like to give a highlight regarding giving 30 seconds to think. I'm not really sure regarding the regulations or written rules given by the Toastmasters International, but the essence of having or doing a topics speech is to train and also practice ourselves in order to give an impromptu speech. So I would suggest to refrain using or stating to give the 30 seconds to think, because it will allow our brain and our mind to set like, oh, it is safe at least for 30 seconds. But that is not really the purpose of table topics. In real life, you will not be given like the exact 30 seconds to think to give your response to any questions thrown by anyone. For example, your boss asked you a question, you obviously would not say, "Hi boss, give me 30 seconds to think." Something not necessarily something to be addressed like that. So just give the statement instantly and then let the speaker reply or say their speech immediately. So that's the essence of table topics on how to train them in order to give the impromptu speech. Next, the ballot counter. Thank you, Toastmaster Hans, for taking triple jobs as speaker, counter, and also ballot counter. You did a great job there in ensuring the link was spread promptly. And also for the grammarian, thank you so much, Toastmaster Melanie, for providing the visual aid so that everyone here can also learn and understand and also comprehend the feedback that you portrayed through the slides. And also interesting colors you used. And the counter, Toastmaster Hans, again, great report with the table. Everyone can go to understand the use of the filler words, including me. I need to bear in mind with that as well. And now, lastly, to sum up and to close my evaluation, I truly appreciate and give a round of applause to all the teams, particularly the tackling. When the technical glitch occurred, there was a smooth transition on how to handle and to address the issues properly so that it didn't really hinder with the remaining agendas. But this is for all of our improvements, because here in Toastmasters, we all are learning. And one of the core values that Toastmaster has to offer is actually shown in my background here: integrity, respect, service, and also excellence. I would like to highlight with the respect. Please ensure in any of your meetings, including your club meetings, please ensure that all speakers and all personals taking part in any part of the agendas or the sections be fully present here in the meeting. I would really appreciate and really thankful to Toastmaster Patricia for your participation in ensuring that you are helping Toastmaster Hans with regard to his projects. But in the future, for anyone having the similar projects or delivering any projects requiring other participants or other attendees to help you finish with your projects, it will be better for all participants to stay in the room so that the meeting can run smoothly. Especially, it will also help the speaker who is delivering the project can get the best benefits to the utmost point. So it would be very beneficial for all parties, not just the speaker, but all parties involving in the session itself. But I truly admire how persistent and how great Toastmaster Hans and Toastmaster Patricia in ensuring that the interview session was running smoothly, despite the technical glitch and also the voice coming from the surroundings. But all in all, it was really a great session, everyone. I truly enjoyed it. I hope that everyone can also learn from today's meeting. That is all from me. I give the control back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melissa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Garda, for your evaluation, for your really detailed and thorough evaluation, also for the role takers who have presented their report very well. And I would also thank you for the individual evaluator, for giving your constructive and detailed feedback to the prepared speakers. I think we can all learn something from your evaluation as well. And now we're almost reaching the end of the meeting, and we are going to announce the winner for our most favorite table topic speakers. For the prepared speakers, we automatically have the winner. Congratulations again, Toastmaster Gabriel, but we still yet not to know who are the winner for tonight's table topic speakers. I think I will ask Toastmaster Hans to help us to announce the winner for tonight's meeting. Toastmaster Hans?
Yes, sure. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me share my screen for this. The first one is, of course, the table topic winner, Toastmaster Gabriel. Perhaps you want to take your photo here. Okay, perhaps Toastmaster Melissa can help with the screenshot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay, and now who will be the favorite table topic speaker? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soon to be Toastmaster Mega. Congrats, soon to be Toastmaster Mega.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let me take a picture of you in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Mega, and congratulations.
You're welcome.
That's all the report. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Melissa.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Hans, for announcing the winner for our most favorite table topic speakers and also the winner of prepared speakers for tonight's meeting. And I think we have reached the end of the meeting. Thank you everyone for participating in this meeting. Thank you for joining the table topic speakers. Thank you for being the prepared speakers, and also thank you for being the evaluator and also the role takers. And also for those of you who keep joining the meeting to stay tuned to our meeting until now. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I will give back the control to, once again, our club president, Toastmaster Hans.
Check. Thank you, Toastmaster Melissa, for conducting this whole meeting, and thank you for all the role takers, all the speakers, and all participants. You have done very well. And also our visiting Toastmasters, thank you for taking roles. Toastmaster Melanie, Toastmaster Garda from SCBD, Toastmaster Ki from SCBD too, and also DTM Harlina from Jakarta Bahasa Toastmaster. Thank you very much for you guys. See you in the next meeting. We will, during the fasting month, we will start a bit late, like 8 p.m., but we will end in the same time, like 9:30. Further information will be announced in our social media, especially Instagram. And now, let me, okay, one more information. Division J will continue the area contest this Saturday. Further information also in our social media. And I would like to end this meeting by sound of this snap. Yo.